Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to IRC Tier-2 stream of round 15. And this week we are in Belgium, Spa-de-Francorchamps. And I do have along with me Shrock, who's going to be my co-commentator for the day. How are you doing, Shrock?
I'm doing great. Excited for this race. Should be great.
Yep,
How are you?
yep, doing good. And this is actually quite an exciting week. We just now got out of the F1 quali, which was quite an intense quali between the Ferrari and Red Bull. What do you say? It was quite an amazing quali, wasn't it?
Yep, went right down to the wire. I think Sainz had it in the bag, but at the end, the clerk pulling it out of the bag again. Amazing lap from him.
Yep, and we also got the 90th edition of the Le Mans 24-hour endurance going on. So, what a time to be. All right, so without any further ado, let's look at the event that we are here for. Let's have a look at the track video and followed by the Hotlap.
All right, so Spa-Francorchamps, one of the longest tracks in the F1 calendar. Two DRS zones, one on the Star Straight and one on the Camel Straight. And it also has one of the most well-known corners in F1, I would say, Radion and Rouge, the pair of them. They're of course going through renovation this year, and we'll see how it turns out in August. Let's have a look at the hot lap now.
Hello, Rains, and welcome on board on the hot lap of Spa-Francorchamps here in the Ferrari. Now, exiting bus stop, you want to take a wide line, get a better exit onto the start finish straight. Watch out for the DRS board on either side of the track. Open for the few extra gears you will need. Now, braking for lassos just up to the white line on the tarmac there. Take a late apex because you want to get a better exit. Short shift on the exit to get better traction onto this long, flat out section. Now, approaching Eau Rouge, you want to be on the right hand side. Keep your steering as minimal as possible to not scrub any speed off of the car. Watch out for the DRS port on either side of the track. Open it again for the extra few top Ks you need. Now heading to Lacombe, you want to brake just before the 50-meter port. Swing the car in gingerly over the curbs here as they do spin you out quite easily. Slingshot the car out of this exit over here. To Bruxelles, you want to stick close to the apex to get a tight entry and keep the minimum speed up high. Short shift and exit again. No name, just a tap on the brakes. Keep the car balanced with the throttle on the exit. Now for Puan on the right hand side, flick the car in, downshift to 7th, just a tap on the brakes, instantly back on the bar, take a tight line to minimize the distance to the next corner. Now for the Fania chicane, braking just after the curb starts. Again, be gingerly and avoid these curbs over here as they do spin you out quite often. For the first tableau, you want to brake just as the curb starts. Brake bias up to 52 as the rear end does get very loose. Tableau 2, want to get a good exit. Again, long flat out section here. No DRS, so it's important to get a good exit here. Now preparing yourself for Blanchimont, not much to do, just a little flick of the steering and it's rather flat with these modern F1 cars. But bus stop braking just after 100-meter board, down on the anchors, brake hard, keep the minimum speed high up here, gingerly over the curbs, short shift on the exit to get good traction. That's a lap of this beautiful circuit.
That was a very blazing lap from our Dan, the SSG Assassin, who recently has been knighted, so he's our SSG Assassin. What do you think of that lap, Shrock?
It was blazing fast. I wish I would get that fast. That's maybe soon.
Yeah, all of us do. And well, we are looking at a very interesting grid today. So, I mean, Spa, we as we all know, it's as you said, it's one of the longest tracks, and it's also got one of the longest full throttle kind of a
Yep,
stretch, like
yep.
from turn one all
Down,
the
down
way.
from Lascaux,
Yeah,
yes, up till the Lescombes corners, the complex there, which needs a very delicate touch on the throttle.
yep. The Lassos exit, it's gonna absolutely determine whether you're gonna make a move or you're gonna lose your position. Whatever it is, it's all on that little exit there. That actually makes quite a lot of interesting outcomes in the race as well. Like, if you could compromise the
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
ahead, it definitely throws him off, and he's up for
exactly. You got
picking.
people diving down right on the inside, trying to make their moves stick there. After, and also it comes right after the first DRS zone, so of course people are carrying larger speeds and the dives are possible there.
Yep.
So what are your predictions for tier 2? We are of course in the penultimate round for tier 2. After this there's a French GP which is to be rehosted. So right now we have RB Ferrello quite a bit in the lead. What do you think is going to happen next?
Yep. RB Ferraro has definitely been putting in the performances. He's been right up there, and right now, I'm just looking at the standings, and he's standing at 234 points, and the next closest competitor is Anish Montero, and he's at 189 points. So I think RB Frello
Yeah.
almost has a hand on the trophy. He just needs to keep it clean and bring back some good points home. That's all he needs to do.
Yep, I think he's made a very soft cushion for him there. And interestingly enough, second and third positions, Anish Montero and Faizan, are tied on points, 189 points for each of them.
Yeah, that's a really interesting situation going on right there. It's always nice to have this close finishes. So they are going to be scrapping it out to see who's going to get the best of the rest. I mean, the top, the podium positions at least. So
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
going to make an interesting 1, 2, 3. I would say in the overall championship perspective.
Yeah, it's a Williams and an Alfa Romeo fighting. So, well, we all want to see Williams winning because it just reminds me of the good times.
Yep. It does. It does. I mean, everyone likes a team like Williams, which has such a celebrated history, and it's right now just sitting in the bottom, which is not something that everyone wants to see. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they were the first ones who came in with the electronic assist. Of course, they went a bit too far, and the other ones cried about it. They had to be removed from the cars. But yeah, the technological advancement they brought into the game, and of course, it's not a works team. It started with Sir Williams. I mean, he was so amazing with it.
yep,
And one of the last true privateer teams.
that's what made them special. And like you said, they went too hard, and every other team cried about it. That's literally how F1 development wars go on. Like someone does something awesome, and then the other teams try to copy that. If they can't, then if I cry about it, that's it. We know the whole
Yeah,
story.
I think the similar situation just played out at the start of this season with some aerodynamic rear wings. Sorry, rear view mirrors actually. I think it was Mercedes who came up with them first. They literally look like proper spaceships with those rear view mirrors, and everyone else was like, "No, you are taking the interpretation incorrectly. You cannot just have some moving parts around, or you cannot have those things contribute to your aero package." But in the end, I think no action was taken on that.
Yeah, that's all. It's all okay and cool until the team starts pulling out crazy gaps on the race, and
Exactly.
yeah,
You want there to be advancement, but not just by one team. You want them to move as a pack for
yeah,
the spectacle to continue.
yeah. It's quite an interesting way the development is being done over there. But yeah, moving on to our current event from the from away from the whole real racing thing. So, what do you think is gonna be the quality lap time? What do you expect, Shock, in this tier?
Honestly, we just saw 142 from SSJ, who is in this tier, and he has been one of the fastest ones in quali. Last time out as well, he did pretty good. I think there were just a couple who beat him to the mark at the end due to track evolution, or maybe they beat him on pace. But I don't suppose we'll see many in the 141s. 141s would be probably the top times, and then some 142s, I suppose.
Yep, would be interesting to see. And speaking of SSC Assassin, we know that he's a pretty quick driver and he has been doing pretty good in the last few races. But I think it's the reason why he's not in the championship mix, at least. I think it's because of some unfortunate incidents in the opening phase of the championship. I think. I remember I was commentating on the Chinese Grand Prix, and his race literally got ended even before he could reach turn one. Like there's some
Oh, that is
unfortunate incidents
unfortunate.
like that. Yeah, I think that's definitely coming to haunt him by putting him out of the championship fight. But it would have been interesting if he was also there in the mix.
Yeah, he still can challenge for the podium places. He's in fourth with 172 points, so he's trailing by 17 the pair at second and third positions. So if he has a couple of good races, there's just two left. I think he could be in the mix there, and it would be interesting. So we kind of have a front runner, but then we have three people who could be duking it out for the podium places.
Yep, yep. Like I said, SSC Assassin is going to be hoping that upfront something wrong happens so that he could claw his way back. But one thing that we all know he's gonna do is just put his head down and do his best in the race.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I
As
don't think the quali is about to start. Yeah, let's hop in.
all right, let's see our boys in action. What they have in store for us. So we have quite a packed grid, not the complete 20, but close enough.
Yep. I mean, the last few races, I think some of the tiers they have been having some attendance issues with not a lot of people showing up. But it's nice to see at least this many people showing up giving us a proper grid. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see who comes out on top. Of course, we also have 8 still, who's known to be pretty quick here as well as in ACC.
Yep.
But right now he's out of the championship mix.
Yep. I think Eitzel joined the championship a bit late, if I'm not so sure. But
Yeah, I think that might have been the case because he has a bit too little points from what I would expect from a driver of his caliber. So I do suppose he's missed the start of the season.
Yeah, and also of course it's the whole ACC effect that kicks in. Like if coming back from ACC to F1, it's going to be a very jarring difference with the whole traction and the whole thing. I think Eitzel tried to do that without assists, and I think he has gone back to using assists, which is why there was little delay in the sign up process.
Yep, and as we are about to get into quali, we do also have Moto with us. How are you, my man?
Yep, what's up, man? Yeah, it's good to be here. I thought I might queue in because I heard you were a bit short on commentators. Could see.
Yeah, well, we do appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to have you here, man. I didn't notice you had joined the VC.
Yeah, I had some internet issues, so I had quit momentarily. But yeah, it's good to be here, and yep, I think it's the finale for Tier 2.
I think
there is one more
round.
race after this.
Oh, there's one more, yeah, France, right?
This was supposed to be the finale, but yeah, there's a round to be replayed.
So Shrok, did you have a look at the weather predictions in the telemetry? Because I didn't really have a look at it.
Yeah, actually, I did not pay the best of attention when I was introducing Moto.
Dry both sessions, I think.
Yeah, there's no rain, just some clouds.
Yeah. So overcast, I think the drivers can run a bit higher pressures than normal.
Okay.
Because otherwise tires do overheat a lot in Spa. With the nature of the second sector, especially to that, the Fania chicane, where the tires are really loaded. So,
Yep. Agreed on that. As we have our first few drivers out on the track doing their out laps, we are on board Montero, who is the one locking horns with Faizan for second position in the championship.
Yep. So P2 has been sealed. I think RB is WDC so far, or is it still in contention?
Well, it is in contention, but not by much. So let's say that.
Let's say that. Under very, very situational circumstances, is only P1 under contention.
You could say it's a step below a mathematical possibility. It's not as worse as a mathematical possibility, but it's right between those two things.
Those two extremes, yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, as we see the Williams, I think he's on his outlap.
Yep.
So I think the default strategy, like most tracks in this game, is easy, soft, medium. So two drivers are out on the medium tires, which are Streeter and Tanny. But I don't think it's worth it to qualify on mediums because the softs are quite durable. They last till lap 10 and it's only a 22 lap race. So soft medium is the way to go, at least in my opinion. But yeah, as we see the Williams going on board a lap, Shock just watched
as he goes
August to this lap.
Sure, yes, as he just turns into Lassos, that was well done. Now he's driving down full throttle, he's gonna go that way up Eau Rouge into Radion and through the Camel Straight. Takes a nice clean line, nothing fancy there. Onto Camel Straight, opens up his DRS. Well timed that. He's pushing speeds above 320 kph. Gonna go there for quite a while as he brakes. Do have some yellow flags, but coming back to Montero yet. Well done on those turns. Took them very well, not going too wide, keeping it right between the lines. Into Lecombs, brakes just momentarily, just to get the traction kicked in. And yeah, he does well there. Coming to No Name, takes it well. I think he misses the apex just a bit, might have lost a bit of time, but I don't think it will matter much. Comes into Puhon, of course. I love this section of the track.
We have a retirement.
Oh no.
That is on the start-finish straight from the looks of it. What's happened there? But yeah,
it's the Shawshank.
Yeah.
The Ferrari of Shawshanks. Unfortunate for him. He's entering Sector 3. We'll see. We of course have no comparison times at the moment. This is the first lap that we'll have the times on. So he might also be going for a banker lap for now, but let's see what kind of times he can put up as he goes through Blanchimont. Yeah, coming up on bus stop chicane, brakes nice and early. Nothing major there. Oh, does he miss that a bit? And of course, we have Abhi doing some straight lines there. Might have distracted a
I
bit.
think Abhi was trying to do that thing, before the hot lap when you take a really wide line.
Yeah, so
to
you
get
can
a-
get the most speed in.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it might have caught out Montero a bit, seeing where
Yeah.
Abhi was going.
Yeah, that definitely would have impacted me.
Yeah. So
Let's see.
44 flat, I don't think that's too competitive, but yeah, it is a banker. So yeah, already beaten 43, 3, 7/10 of a gap. So yeah, definitely Montero wasn't pushing the limits as much and just trying to get into a groove, which is so very important on a long track like Spa.
Oh, looks like Monk has
Yes, I
bent it.
think we had
Oh.
someone off the track near Lacombe, and yeah, it is Monk. Yes, in his
But
Alpha
his
Tauri.
car's still going, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he has come back on track. Probably not too much damage. We'll see if he jumps in the pits.
Ooh, that's a good lap. That's a very good lap from Dan.
Yep. Now we're starting to see some competitive times in this qualifying. Of course, we have a long way to go. The track will ramp up.
Yeah.
So we are on board Abhi. Yeah, Moto.
Yeah, just filtering through this. This is my favorite chicane in any track, the Fania chicane. It's just so flowing when you get the line right. That is very wide through Stabler 1, and he's going to be losing a lot of time, bleeding time down the straight over here because he didn't quite maximize the apex speed or the exit there.
I would say he got
But-
away with it. Usually that lap invalidates, but he was just outside just enough for the lap to not get invalidated.
So the lap was validated, but at a very big time loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a valid lap, but at what cost?
At what cost?
Exactly.
Well, the cost is going to be about a second and a bit. Yeah. So Dan in the league of his own right now. What is that for? 7/10 or nearly 8/10. Yeah. Clear of P2. That's a dominant lap from Dan right now in P1. But yeah, the track will be ramping up. And another thing is Eitzel is on P3. And yeah, Montero interestingly doing 2 laps on that soft tire. So I think that's why his first banker was quite slow, because he had fueled for more than 1 lap.
Yes, that is entirely possible, as we do see Monk heading into the pits, so I suppose he did get a bit of damage there. We have a lap invalidation for Unleashed. I think he's on soft, so he will not like that. He's just wasted his tires on 1 lap.
Ooh, that's very
That's
sketchy.
That's a bit of contact, not entirely intentional, I suppose.
This is pit lane entry is traumatic for me for many reasons, but
Yeah, it tends to catch people out.
I think it was traumatic for one Worship the Panda as well.
okay. But yeah, this qualifying is ramping up as Montero. I think he's just doing some race fuel runs, isn't he? Or not race fuel, because 44s or 43s in race fuel would be alien.
I think
tires,
he's
but-
just waiting out for the track evolution. Oh, Heisenberg had been straight through there.
Yes.
That's a problem.
And yeah, Eisenberg coming back after a bit of a hiatus. I think he missed the last 2 races. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's back and he's just getting back into the groove again. And Peter was a pretty decent lap, P7 for now on mediums, but yeah, he switched to the softs instantly as I said that. So yeah,
Yeah, I think we'll see everyone switch to softs now as they try to put in their fastest laps.
yep. So Unleashed obviously doing multiple laps in the softs again because his ERS levels are very low for what they should be if he was just starting his lap out. Pretty on the limit there on the exit of No Name there, using all the track available through one flicking the car, and you can see the rear end getting all loose in the back of the car there, wanting to spin the car out, but yeah, he's kept it well held, and now through the Fania chicane, trail braking into the corner and then get a slingshot exit for the first Tavlo. Want to brake just before the curb starts on the left hand side. Didn't quite nail the apex, but he's 5/10 down on P2, so that purple thing is a glitch on the track map.
Yep, that's a very common thing
Yep.
in F1. But anyway,
Very
he's
common
rounding
bug,
up
and-
the lap. Let's have a look.
Yeah, and this is on 2-lap old tires, so he should be wary that he has to improve, because you do not want to be starting on 2 worn out tires in Spa, because tires are at a premium on this very long circuit here.
That's true.
Yeah, just winding up the final corner. 5 tenths off. Not bad considering he's done 3 laps on that set of tires. So I'm guessing that's at least, if you were to switch to a new tire set and with the track evolution, that's at least 6 tenths. So he's got on his lap. So yeah.
Yeah, we will watch his career with great interest as okay, someone doing a bit of off-roading there. That's Paris in his Alpine.
Yeah. I think he must have invalidated on the exit of No Name. And RB
retired.
That's the championship leader there who's retired. Could we go on board a Williams who's just filtering through that part of the track?
I wonder who that was.
It's alright. I think which corner is that? That is second stablo, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think he's hit the wall. Yeah, I should just see it now. He's hit the wall.
Oh,
on his
he's
left.
car spot. I think he would have just clipped the wall. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a very common thing to do. You just push
Yep.
to the ultimate and just
And
let
we
it
have
stick to the
another
wall.
retirement. Yep, sorry to interrupt you there, Deepak. I think we have another retirement there. That's Alpha
Yeah,
Bot.
that's Alpha Bot. He's
That
already
one
in the
looks to
pits.
be a pit lane retirement.
Yeah.
Moto, could you just have a quick look on the people who are serving the quali ban this race?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just have a look. Yeah, where is it? F1 updates, no? Yes.
Heisenberg
in
puts
the
a
meanwhile, we do
143
have.
too.
Yeah, that's blazing from him. He puts himself into P2.
That's
He's
a
still,
good
of course, quite a bit down on SSJ Assassin.
Yeah. To update you, Deepak, no, he does not have a qualifying ban, so
Alright.
I'm not sure why he's retired there. Yeah.
As we are on board Faizan, who misses the apex on the source.
Actually, that's actually the way to go because late apex is beneficial. But
Was it?
I'm not sure
Okay,
if it was
alright.
a late
I'll
apex
take
or
your
not.
word for it. The late apex was correct there.
Well, don't argue with the T1 driver.
Of course, I won't.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. But now, yeah, filtering to sector 1, a tenth off of P2. I don't know what shows the P2 time there for some reason, but yeah, just a tenth off of P2, sorry, and that's quite a big of a gap considering sector 1 is just one corner essentially. And yeah, he'd be looking to improve on the second sector, getting a bit too. Oh, who's that? Heisenberg, yeah.
McLaren, yeah.
He was
Alright.
giving way.
Yeah, he was giving way. Pretty binned it there. But yeah, filtering through Puon, full throttle as soon as you can. Take a narrow line and then through this chicane. Oh, chose to take the curves there. And this one as well. Very aggressive.
How was that
and-
not invalidation
Yeah.
again?
I was
Right on
just
the edge,
gonna
I
come to
suppose.
that, yep. I don't know. Oh, he's gained. He's found 8 milliseconds in his lap time there on P2, and now bus stop. Bus stop is one corner which can make or break your lap. You know, you'll be doing a blazing fast lap and just braking. It's so enticing to brake late into bus stop to get as much lap time as possible, and then miss the apex. But yeah, Faizan keeps it very clean. Short shifting on the exit, and what's the time going to be? P5, 43.4. Not a bad lap.
Not a bad lap at all, but we are still waiting for someone to challenge SSJ Assassin. As I do say that, Montero puts himself into P2 with a time that is just a bit over 4 tenths of the P1 time.
Yeah.
We are on board SSJ Assassin, who seems to be in a desire to just solidify his lead there.
Look
he
at that
flicks
rear
his car
end just
around.
sliding, yeah.
Yeah, I really like this shot of the car
Yeah.
just tackling Puhan. It just shows how
Yep.
much force the car goes under.
Yep, exactly. How much of a load the car carries through that corner and could just go berserk
Yep.
at any moment.
It really shows these setups are always like so oversteer. And he's 6 tenths up on, okay, that's P2 time. So I'm guessing he's around, I don't know
Yeah,
how
he has
much.
gained time, I suppose, because the
Yeah,
difference
3.
is only 4 tenths. So
So he's gained 2 tenths here on his lap. Yeah, Dan is absolutely flying tonight. And just winding a bus stop, braking just after 100. Taking early apex here, cut back into the second one. Already on 4th gear there, before the apex. That's mind-blowing. How much he's short
improves
shifting.
by 3 tenths. Wow.
Wow. Absolutely on it. Where's this pace come from?
And another guy that I'm very interested in following is Heisenberg. Like, he put up that lap on a 2-lap old tire, or a 3-lap old tire. So now with the fresh tires and with the track evolution, it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of time he can put up.
Yep, as Shirok did say, we'll be watching his career with great interest.
Exactly.
And yeah. And
Nice
that was
catch
a
there.
very
Yes. Abhi's in Haas bins it. Now Haas binning it has become a bit of a common sight these days.
yes, I can agree to that. Yeah.
That was sad.
So this brings me to actually Mick Schumacher a bit. I think he had such a fairy tale first season because all the blame was on Nikita, but
Yeah.
he's been having hard time. Yes, we are
Yep.
on board 8 Sil, who went a bit wide there, didn't he?
Oh, he's on his outlap.
Yep.
Well, it says
that
he's
makes
on
more
his,
sense.
he's on his
He's on
outlap.
his outlap. Right now, I don't think we have anyone on a proper hotlap.
I think Abhi was, and then he
Yeah.
sort of bended.
Decided to check out. So.
Yes. Interesting that these drivers are going for outlaps right now, because optimally you want to be going out at the 2-minute 30, 2-minute 20 mark
Yep.
for the optimum tire track evolution. But yeah.
See, Monk
Now,
is rounding up for his first hotlap. So
Oh, is this first lap? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Let's
So,
see how
yep.
he does.
Yeah.
Coming up to Lassos, takes an early apex actually, not the late one as I would have expected now. Goes down to the long straight, the long first straight, coming up to Eau Rouge and into Radion. As we do have Alphabot leaving the session meanwhile. Monk onto the Camel straight, he's DRS with the DRS wide open and the low fuel warning, of course. You do want to be as low on fuel as you possibly can for the top laps. Then he comes into Lecombs, takes it well. Ooh, I think there was a bit of a sliding going there, but no, he catches it. Nothing major happens there. Comes into this. Did he take it
Ooh,
well? Yeah, he does
lovely
take
line.
it well. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, that was amazing from him. Comes into Puhon. Nice and steady. Oh, sorry, that was not Puhon, that was No
Yeah,
Name.
No Name.
Now he comes into Puhon.
Yeah.
And of
And
course, we
again-
get again this lovely view. I think he goes a bit wider than the others have been going for so far.
Yep, definitely. He downshifted to 6th on the entry. That was kinda not required. I guess he
Yeah.
just went a bit too wide. That definitely would cost him some lap time.
Too low on the revs. I think he got some understeer on the exit there. Ooh, very safe on the track limits Monk is, and
Yeah, he
taking the
did
narrow
not
line.
maximize that corner at all.
Oh,
See
he's
how much of an
I think
impact-
he isn't pushing anymore. He's quite a ways off.
Yeah, he has aborted his lap.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting thing to see. Let's go on board Heisenberg.
Okay, so it seems Dan is not going to be going out for another lap. He thinks it. So that's a battle he's doing. He thinks it's enough as Heisenberg and validates his lap. Oh no.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I think I put a curse on this guy. Really sorry for
But
this.
he's now. I think he has barely enough time to make it for another one.
I don't think he could. It's gonna be tight. Let's see.
It's going to be very tight. Yeah.
Let's see.
as we have
Still comes up
Edsel.
the roundup. Let's see.
Yep. 43. Not a bad lap. 43-1.
Improves a bit
P3.
and yeah, takes P3.
Yeah.
Wow, so SSJ Assassin turned out to be in a league of his own then.
Yeah, those are tier 1 times he's doing actually. Damn. Heisenberg still pushing on. He wants to get to the line, though I don't think. Actually, no, he might make it, but his tires will take a beating. And then there's also the issue of fuel, because I'm pretty sure he must have fueled for just one lap.
And I think he'll definitely want to improve on this set of tires.
We have two
what's-
retirements back to back, Monk and.
Eitzel
Garlic
and
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Eitzel has bent it onto the side. We've got Garlic Butterman who retired and Monk as well. Okay.
Straight going very wide there, heading to No Name, not using all the track on the right hand side, now using all the track on the exit. Wait, is he using ERS? It's still at
He is,
75.
But
Yeah,
it's-
he is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Now heading into the Fanish chicane, he take breaks just before the curb, avoiding this inside curb here, this one as well. 6th gear on the exit, short shifting to make sure he gets the smooth traction out of that corner. And let's have a look at his split. He's 7.5 tenths off P1, so yeah, not a very competitive lap from Streeter here, but I think it's still going to push him on front because
Yeah, because P1 here is not a very good benchmark for the others, it seems.
yeah.
Oh, and Heisenberg has made it across the line, but he has invalidated the lap. So
Ooh, again.
that's really sad.
Yeah.
Montero.
See,
Montero's
Eitzel
on a
with a
hot
bit
lap.
of damage.
Montero is on a hot lap indeed, and he's got purple sector 1, but yellow sector 2. We're gonna have to have a look at how the sector 3 goes.
Yeah, I think he has aborted the lap. Seems to be going a bit slower.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go into the pits because qualifying has ended. Yep. So I guess only Unleashed is on the lap right now, and Abhi's got 2 green sectors, so he should be way higher than what he is right now. He's a very capable driver, that's for sure. Now short shifting here, not short shifting, getting very loose in the exit, brings himself to
Wow.
P3, P2. Wow.
That
What
man
a
just
By
pushed out of the bag.
900ths. Yep, up
Wow.
by 900ths of a second on Montero. And Unleashed just splits the needle there. Oh my god, threading the
Wow.
needle there.
3 milliseconds off. P2, 3 and 4 are all within a couple of hundreds, 100.
Yep, that's very
Wow.
close.
Nice to see such a
Indeed.
competitive top row. I mean, the difference is it's quite short. I mean, other than SSG just wrecking
Other
them.
than SSJ, yeah. SSJ just doing Hamilton things here.
Yeah, but I did not really
Absolutely.
expect such a quick lap from Abhi, to be honest. Like, I
Yeah.
thought he'd be moving up to the top of the midfield, but wow, what a lap.
Abhi has said it's one of his weaker tracks, but yeah, Dan just blitzing the entire field here. Really a statement from the Aston driver. And I think if he didn't have many hiccups in the previous races, he would find himself far up the championship.
Yep.
And yeah, so it looks to be an exciting race in the midfield. I think Dan is going to just steamroll ahead, but yeah, looks
Yeah,
like
we
a
were
good
talking
race.
about Dan still potentially being in contention for a podium place, and well, he is taking his claim as well as he could, taking a dominating pole position here at Spa.
And
Yep.
most importantly, RB Ferraro is starting from P12. I mean, we do know he's got the pace, he's got the racecraft to make his way forward, but he's got to take some care while making his moves because he really can't afford
Yeah.
to make mistakes right now with the championship being a little bit on the closer side.
Absolutely, and starting that far back with amongst all those cars, you really have to be very careful. Especially lap 1 Spa is just a mine, isn't it? Yeah.
It is, yeah. But to note, he did start P11 the last race as well, and he went home to win it. Although, of course, he was aided by some lucky VCs and some retirements, but yep, he
Yeah.
has shown it that it can be done before. That was quite reminiscent of Hammer Time to me, being that they're both in Mercedes as well.
Yep. He's known to be like to keep a very like a calm head about all these races.
Exactly, yes. It was
Yeah.
a very clean race from him where we saw a multitude of, incidents, let's say. But yeah, he
Yep.
just kept trucking and he came out at the front. Let's see how we can go this race. We, of course, have quite a huge pace difference. Unless RB Ferrero has not been able to show his pace, he might make it to the top, but not the front step because the pace from SSJ Assassin has been astronomical.
Yep. And yeah, I think it looks like it's going to be interesting. And how many drivers do we have? I think we have 15 drivers, no, for today's race.
Yeah, I think it
Or-
was 16, but
16.
maybe someone will retire. We'll see how many make it to the grid.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if the people outside the top 10 do go for the mediums in after all.
Yeah,
Because
that
even
would
though
be-
the alternate is not as good, but if you manage to keep pace with the soft runners, the softs at the end, the second stint, will really give you that extra, pace in lap time. Quite a lot, in fact, at least a second and a half faster. So, yeah, it'll
that
be
would come
interesting
in
to
handy
see.
for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the problem with alternator, like I always say, is that keeping it clean and lap one, it's
Yep.
an extremely difficult task, especially in a track like Spa. It's another one of those infamous tracks known for its lap one collisions, just like Monza's turn one. So it's quite tough to keep your nose away from all the issues when you see drivers just jostling with all their might to get that track position into turn one.
absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly. As we are waiting for the players to come in, we see the camera crew just letting their camera roam free, getting a good view of the pits, it seems. "20 seconds till we get into the formation lap."
Leon Keys
So-
has commented Aston Martin went from tractor to rocket real quick. Yes, indeed.
It did very well, yes. So, what are your predictions now that we have the qualifying out of the way?
I think it's going to be what the qualifying standings are. P1 Dan, P2 Abhi, and P3 Unleashed. Bit of a bold statement, but yeah, guess I'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll discount the P1 prediction, but for 2 and 3, I do have you down for Abhi and Unleashed then.
Yeah.
Let's see
And,
how much of a way RB can.
Moto,
Oh.
could you just have a look at the constructors standings? I think Williams are in the shout for the constructors.
Absolutely,
Rachel was telling that
William-
he's racing for the constructors. So,
Yes,
yeah.
Williams are absolutely within a shout. So McLaren stand P1 with 280 right now, and then Williams are P2 with 263.
Heisenberg gets disqualified from the session. He was the one who was going wide at the source, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
Well, that's
So-
unfortunate, man.
Yeah, McLaren have a 17-point lead over Williams right now, and right now both of them. Well, McLaren's, if it finishes like this, I think they'll get more points than what Abhi will. Just for the Haas. Sorry, that's my bad. What Williams will be getting more points than McLaren if it finishes right like this right now. So. Yeah, it's going to be a close battle because both the Williams are sandwiched between the McLarens, interestingly.
Well, only one McLaren at this point.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah, Heisenberg really would be kicking himself there because tire temps are pretty important here because you can't really get much temps into your tires till sector 2 because you have that long straight. So turn 1 might be a bit sketchy, might lock up, might have to brake a bit earlier. So yeah.
Yep, as we do see the beautiful cars coming around.
Could we go to the tires, Deepak? Have a look at what tires out of the top 11 have gone for. Yeah, there's RB going with the alternate strat, so he knows he wants to be the quicker driver on the second stint. And BK going with a very aggressive soft start. He did win Bahrain, but I think he got pushed down to P3 because of penalties. So BK does have good race pace, but yeah, I think it has seemed to be track dependent because he does race with the controller, but well, then again, so does Dan. So yeah, you
Yeah.
never know.
And of course, we also have people who race on the phone. So
Yes, our last season championship winner Paris finds himself in P8. The phone not quite able to prove as competitive as it used to.
yeah, maybe
I
he
think.
needs a new gaming phone. Maybe that's
Yeah.
just it.
Yeah.
Danny is taking his sweet time to come to the front of the grid. So I guess he's gonna have the hottest tires of everyone.
Yep.
Playing the big brain strategy.
As everyone waits for Danny to just wind up to the back of the grid. Was that Alphabot?
Yeah, that's Danny.
That's Danny, yeah. And yep, Shrock, take it away with the 5 lights.
All right, as everyone's on the grid, they're just itching to go. So we wait for the lights. All right, it's 5 lights, and away we go as the race has started. Let's see who gets a better start.
There we go.
There we finally go then. All right. Oh, that's a Williams making its way through the field, and we see nothing major going into the first corner. Lasso seems to have been cleaned.
Oh,
Everyone
I
making
see
their way
something
through.
flying.
Oh wow, man, I see a lot of action.
Oh, I see a Ferrari spinning in the
See
back.
What happens there?
That's
But,
Shank spinning in the back almost.
Yep, SSJ has made his way through cleanly.
Wait,
and
how's ink here? What?
what has just happened?
How is
Everything
ink in the
has
lobby?
changed a bit. Wait, where's
Who is that?
that is Ink in P70. Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah. So yeah, coming to the normal race program, we do have 8 still fighting it out. Paris trying to dock for position here. The
Yeah,
front
the-
seems to have spaced them out a bit. There's no major factor going on right now. And
The
this is
Williams of 8 still not having a very good start, dropping 3 positions on the start.
Yeah,
could
can
we
we
go to
have
the
the
positions?
position gain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
dropping down 1 position. Okay, so he started P5 then, not P3. My bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
And-
And we have SSJ pulling out a gap of over a second already, so he's dropped everyone out of the
Second and a
DRS
half
range
now.
way before that even comes into play. And we have Monk and Alphabot switching positions, as Alphabot is in 5 positions. I suppose he was up to P10, but now Monk has retaken that place.
Yep. And
Oh my God,
very good
Streeter
start.
did it.
Streeter has lost his car there as Heisenberg
that's
getting
again
very
gets
close
very-
to. As he got him under VSC, they're still going side by side as he gives the position back. Wow, that was very dramatic. I think Streeter just got a wash of understeer there and hit the wall and then ricocheted onto the right side. I think that's what happened. And
that is
yeah,
probably it. We do have the BSC coming in, and that's
some
someone
drivers going
pitting.
to the pits,
PK19 into the pits, Faizan into the pits, and
RB as well. RB got damage on lap 1 then.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has changed his strategy entirely.
Like I said, this is one of the risks of running the alternate strategy. If it doesn't go well, then it's gonna put you down quite a lot. But let's see,
Yeah.
he does have the pace to fight back. Gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna happen. But he does need some events to go his way.
As
Let's see.
Ink has also DNF'd.
Okay, I don't know who was RB's teammate. I've actually forgotten. In tier 2.
I seem to have it on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot remember.
Let me look at the standings. Yeah.
Right, we are under green flag now, and we see Abi going wide. Montero was looking to get a move out, but wasn't really happening.
Yeah. So Abhi needs to make sure he can stick within DRS of SSG Assassin, because DRS can make or break your race here because of how powerful it is down the camel straight. As Paris gets a wash of understeer there, and Eitzel is just going to close in that much closer now.
Yeah,
As,
Paris already has gained a time penalty.
yeah.
And did you
And-
notice when the lights came out, SSG Assassin already was like, he got like a mega launch. Abi was nowhere close. And
I think he just got a better start. I think both of them started equally, maybe. There's another yellow flag. Is Eitzel has binned it in Sector 2. I think he must have lost traction out of Puon, maybe, or maybe Stablo 1. Or the chicane. I don't know which one it was, but certainly one of those 3 corners are named there. But Apart is getting very close to the back of Unleashed here. Almost side by side with him, as DRS has been enabled, but yeah, Abi already 1.6 off of SSG Assassin, and yeah, he's just steamrolling ahead. But yeah, this is where the action, this is where the masala is, and yeah, all the action kicking off here in the midfield as we thought it to be, as all of them are within a second of each other.
oh, that's a disconnected car. Mind.
Yeah, that's Alphabot. This happened to him last race out as well.
Yes, there's Avi absolutely weaving like mad, trying to
come on,
break the
man.
slipstream. Oh, it's a yellow flag. As
Monk has
in Sector
retired.
1, that should be an illegal overtake. Or not, as
Oh,
They will not let it go. They both go out in then.
and his teammate goes past him into the podium positions. As Avi has lost his car as well. Oh no.
it's all happening here.
Oh no, and
Another
Koushik
count's
just
going
saved
off.
a mega crash.
Oh my god.
It's all kicking off here in Spa. And from what was a 10th second within each other has now become a second and more of a gap, as Alphabot has found himself, I think his AI has found himself in P6, so that's very surprising. Yeah.
Likes that, of course. We
Yep.
have Montero and now SSG cruising into the distance, just riding it down to the sunset. No one to challenge him at the moment.
Yep. And yeah, there's your answer. I think McLaren just so consistent. Both their drivers are so quick, and now they're going to use DRS to feed off of each other and just, speed ahead of both the Williams. And not speed ahead of both the Williams, one William, and then catch up to the second one in Montero as well. So yeah, a team game going on here between both the McLarens.
Yep. SSJ does put in another fastest lap of the session.
Yep, 3 seconds in front already. And yeah, just speeding ahead for the back. Paris, who had that incident, has found himself within DRS of Garlic Butter Manan as Monk has left the session.
Alright,
Could we see
have
the
some
tires
masala
in?
with Arnab.
Yep. Yeah, so RB's gone for a set of softs again. Interesting, he did not want to touch the hard tires at all. As Paris overtakes the AI of Alphabot and all over the back of the Aston of Garlic Butter
Garlic.
here. Yeah, just call him Garlic. Yeah. On the medium tires, yeah, thought so. Getting the better exit out of Lassos and just speeding ahead. with the help of DRS's Itzel with a fancy and neat move there around the
that was
outside of
ballsy
Shawshank.
from him.
Yeah, but yeah, grip advantage it was there as well. So, but yeah, still a good move nonetheless, and he is on his way to claw his way back up to the top 5 positions where he was qualifying in. I think, yeah.
Yeah. I think he started P5 and then he has dropped down quite a bit. He'll be trying to make it back up to the positions.
Yeah. Ooh, was up here at pit as well, so he got damaged there and he's found himself 10 seconds off the main pack now. As BK is all over the back of RB here, surprisingly, even on the harder tires, or is that RB just overtaking BK?
Actually,
and now
RB
he's-
just made his move and BK is trying his level best to stick along with him.
Yeah, I think as RB came out of the pits, then he's just made his first move
Yeah.
on a journey that
going
is
very
of
wide
course
there.
going to be long.
But yeah, there's the soft tires just pulling away on the traction. You can see visibly how much faster he is in the exits. And BK is it's going to help him a lot if he sticks with RB, but I don't count on it
Yeah,
happening.
he's getting dropped quite quickly right now. As we have a DRS train forming, well, not much of a train because Alphabot, I think, is he still being driven by the AI?
Yep,
I think so, yep.
he has disconnected and he is not back yet. So this AI is doing a fine job right now. But right now I think it's gonna fall down because it's gonna kick in. So yeah.
Yep. As 8 still ahead of Shawshank does have the DRS. He's trying to make a move on Manan.
Yes, garlic, butter, Manan, all 3 of them. Speeding past him around the outside, and he's on a charge. He wants those positions back. So yeah, good pace from the Williams driver here, making everything possible for the WCC to be, obtained for the Williams team here. But yeah, McLaren just seemed just so consistently fast. And there's that 6-second gap as well from Tanny to Unleashed, which I think it might be a bit too much for Itzel to make up, but yeah.
Also, interestingly, Unleashed has dropped out of the DRS zone from Heisenberg, so, not a lot of team strategy going on there at the moment. Maybe Heisenberg not want to carry Unleashed right now.
Yeah, just has the better pace of the 2 McLarens, and Unleashed couldn't quite stick within DRS's. Paras again going very wide to the track limits. He wants to be easy because, trust me, you can wind up with a lot of penalties on the circuit here. So many places to extend,
Ooh,
as
that was
again
close.
he does that. Yep, that was very close.
That was almost close to a DNF here and so close to the wall there.
This is not Monaco, Paras. Easy. But yeah, using all the track and more has really helped him because he's within DRS of Tanny now, or albeit on the softer compound. But yeah, we should be seeing an overtake into the Camel Straight now.
Yep, should be easy overtake with the soft tires on the mediums. It shouldn't be a really big fight. Let's see. But yeah, since things have cooled down a bit, let's talk about that lap. I mean, what was Abi doing? Man was just bleeding quite a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to leave that much.
I think he was also trying to get heat into his tires, but he was on the soft, so I don't see him. And Paras, why are you cutting the corner, mate? Man
That's
really
cheeky.
wants to shorten the track distance as much as he can.
He just took the shortest route possible. Absolutely shortest route possible there.
That's what you call the esports line, ladies and gentlemen.
Prime demonstration.
Ooh,
As we do
lovely
see
shot there.
Heisenberg. Yep, that's beautiful. You see Heisenberg closing up on Montero now.
Yep, so that should be an overtake coming soon in a few laps. But now we shall stick with Paras, who's just that much closer to Tanny, and through Puan again, going wide, but he's gained so much time on the run-in to Puan there. And yeah, he's all over the back of the Red Bull driver here.
Yeah, I think this is a dive down the inside on the bus stop chicane coming in.
Or maybe it was
maybe,
Savile
yeah.
1? No, just a bit too
Yeah, it
far back.
could come much sooner though.
We have the weather again, and yeah, it's going to be dry throughout. So no rain involved, but yeah, we don't need rain for a good race in Spa, because it is Spa after all.
After all, yes. A good day at Spa is what we call it. Let's see if
Yes.
Paras can make his move on Tanny.
He's got a lot of ERS. Is he going to absolutely drain the battery here? No, he chooses not to, but is he going to send it down the inside? Not quite.
Chooses not to do that either. Maybe he just wants to not fight for position and not allow Itzel to get into the mix.
No, I just
or
think
maybe
he's
wait for
just
DRS.
conserving it for the attack on the Camel Straight because he
Yeah,
knows
for-
very well that if he makes a move right now, he's gonna open himself for an attack onto the straight. So
True,
That's a
you
good
are right
point.
there. Yep.
That's a good point, yeah. So he wants to make it an easy DRS pass and then, just pull away in Sector 2, where the dirty air does take a toll on the car behind. So,
Unleashed has gone into the pits. He has gone into a set of mediums. He's in the first pit stop.
Rather
the
early
pit
pit
stop
stop,
of the day.
For the soft runners, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite early, if you'll ask me. I don't think the mediums can do that many laps as Paras has sent it, but he's gone wide, very wide. Will Tani go on the cutback line? They're going side by side. It's beautiful racing. Still side by side, and Paras just gets the move done. Nice racing
that
there.
Was
from
very
these
late
drivers,
braking from him. Just prime Danny Ricciardo material when he was the last
he
of the
missed
late breakers.
I just think Paras didn't even really have to go that hard, but he did go hard.
Yeah, and that allowed Tiny to almost go back around the outside. But yeah, good racing from the drivers there, giving each other lots of
spatial awareness
space.
as well. The next corner, it's very easy to tag the guy on the outside. Tani gave absolutely enough space for Paras to just make his way. That's really good racing.
Yep.
And in the process of doing this, Paras has picked up the fastest first sector.
Yep, that is just DRS aid of DRS.
Doing its magic, yes.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a train forming here with Unleashed on the fresher tires all over the back of Faizan, as I think someone picked up another 3 seconds. Was it Unleashed only?
It was 8th cell, I believe.
Yeah, 8th cell. And then Unleashed should be quite wary about this, not wanting to use up his tires too much, and he'll just hang back here and wait for an easy pass down the Camel Straight. But I think Heisenberg's also made his pit stop. He's dropping down position. So Eitzel very close to the back of Tani. If you could go on board, Garlic Butterman, who's the perfect camera man for this. Or let's go on board Eitzel as well. And I think a move should be happening here on board Camel.
But crucially, Tani is getting DRS. So.
Yeah, from Paras.
And Eitzel's tires are absolutely tattered as well. So
and his battery as well. His battery is not that great.
Yellow flag. Is that a McLaren who's lost it?
Yep, that's
that
McLaren.
Is a McLaren. That's Unleashed. Yeah, he's dropping down positions. He's lost it through Radion there.
Yep. Wing is intact. Came out with his new tires.
Wing is intact. Who must have used very aggressive steering inputs for that to happen, because normally you don't see a car spin out on Eau Rouge there like that. Yep. But it's all over the back of Tani here, almost going for a move down to Puon. That would have been a very ballsy move there. And getting a good run. Is he going to go for the send into Fania chicane? No, all over the back of him, trying to duke him into a mistake, but Tani not falling for any of it.
Eitzel hustling Tani just to make some mistakes out of there. Like, I didn't expect him to go that hard on the Puhan entry. I just thought you would tuck behind and wait for it, but this man is just hustling the guy
absolutely pushing him through the corners here. Is the Williams driver. They're diffuser to diffuser and a front wing to diffuser rather. And I think he's going to send it down the inside of bus stop here.
Yep, I do see a send coming in. Eitzel definitely just itching to get back into position.
Hangs back. As he's going to pit, his tires are quite tattered. No, chooses to stay out for another lap. I'm telling you, those tires are near puncture territory. Not that I'm going to just stay quiet.
You would wish it on him, but it's getting quite close. And of course, right behind
those tires
Garlic
all good.
Stops.
Gets a beautiful cut back into the turn 1 and then gets ahead. But I think that might be costly for him, because now Tani's going to have the DRS on him.
That might be actually him setting himself up for a double overtake, because Garlic Manan is just there. With his DRS wide open as well.
The fresher tires of all these 3 drivers, or no, I think Tani is also on the medium. So, and Eitzel is going to get overtaken by not only Tani but also Manan here, or maybe not
as back.
Almost losing it on the curb. And and getting another snap reverse here. Going wide is Josh. Is he going to lose the car? No. Yes, he is, and he loses an end plate as well.
No, that's a proper Penala.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he didn't lose his tire or anything. It's not a TNS. He lives to fight another day.
Yep. But that's going to cost him a lot of lap time.
Of course.
Because he's going to be just so slow through these corners. As you can see, Unleashed just hustling around. Is he going to go for the move into Puon? If I were him, I would.
He is looking.
And now he just dives it down the inside. Yep. Or Shawshank is still there. Is he going to send it down? Surely. Okay.
That was close for RB Ferraro. That would have definitely been a 4th round for him. He doesn't want
Shastry
any more
seems to be
unscheduled pit
going
stops.
quite slowly into the corners. Yeah, I think he has some sort of damage, or maybe his tires are completely short right now. Because it was quite easy for RB to get around him.
Yep. That's true.
As we have a train and going through the bus stop, and Eitzel decides to pit finally.
Finally. But yeah, late pit stop might be beneficial because the mediums by the end of their stint will be tattered. Spartus gets a bit of a knock from the Ferrari in front and almost gets collected by BK there. But yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Shastry
Paras
just
would
dips
be-
out of there.
Yeah,
be
Paras would be lucky
thanking
that
his
Alpha Bot
stars,
is an AI car.
Yeah, he'll be thanking his stars that Alphabot is ghosted. Otherwise, yeah, he would have collected him there. But yeah, Heisenberg on the lead medium runner, apart from Dan, because yeah, Dan is just on his own in his own world now. 7.2 seconds ahead of P2. Yeah, so Heisenberg. Oh, what's up?
I just wanted to confirm this. Has Sammy and Garlic Butter Manan made a pit stop yet?
No, not yet.
Yes, thank you.
Both of them just carrying on as they started,
Yep. And
along with Alphabot, of course, driven by the AI now.
yeah, Heisenberg
That's
is bleeding a lot of time here, getting stuck behind these two medium runners here. Older medium runners, and yeah, he just doesn't want to risk making a move into sector 2. It's just not worth it. But yeah,
Looking for the right moment to pounce, and he of course also has Montero right behind him on equally fresh tires, even fresher.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can make something happen into the bus stop, maybe dive down the inside, but I think that's not on the cards right now.
is he gonna send it around the outside? Trying to get in between the apex there, gets a good run, but on the outside, Manan's gonna have a better exit because he can straighten his wheel much faster. But then again, Heisenberg on the fresher tires will have better traction and gets the move done. As who's that behind him going for a very audacious move?
That was Montero.
Montero with a brilliant move there, catching Manan out. And yeah, gets the move done, and will also have DRS with the camel straight as well. Yeah, good move from Montero there, trying to make up for the WCC battle. It's literally McLaren versus Williams right now, on track and on the standings. Yep.
Yeah, but also not to downplay Heisen's job there. He's just passed both of them now.
Yeah, and hopefully be trying to look at making a dent on SSJ Assassin's huge lead, but yeah, we shall see what happens to that.
This might be a mountain too high to climb now.
Indeed, yeah, higher than Oruj, I'd say. But yeah, Danny now just acting as a blockade, as I think Paras again went wide there.
Now,
I
Paras
think they
just,
made contact with
Paras
BK.
just whacked BK19 back onto his line.
Oh my goodness me. Wow.
Both of them swerving around, trying to just stay ahead and also to avoid contact.
Wow, that is very aggressive weaving we've seen from another Haas driver here. Wow, that is, yeah. But Eitzel getting a very good exit here. Is he going to send it down the inside? They're going side by side into Puan. It's a beautiful shot. Still giving each other space. And Eitzel gets the move done. That's a beautiful move from the Williams driver
They've
there.
kept it clean. Nice racing from both of them.
Yeah.
So Eitzel seems to be on a charge right now. He also, of course, has fresh tires, and he might be looking to go on to RB Ferrello next. RB Ferrello, of course, also has climbed into the top 10 from the 12th, I think, where he started.
Yeah.
But yeah, he also is on 8 lap old soft tires right now. He might be losing out to Eitzel quite soon.
Yep, he definitely would have to make a pit stop again soon because the soft's not going to last forever. So,
Yep, and now Heisenberg, even with the clean air, I don't think he's making a dent on the lead of SSJ Assassin.
Right.
Okay, yep, right on the back of RB Ferrero going down to the corner of Air Rouge now. I think that's a move quite easily done on the Camel Straight.
Absolutely, and yeah, RB Ferrello, who's on the softs, is surely feeling the wear on his tires. Eitzel is all over the back of him. Just a 10th. Is Eitzel going to hang back? Yeah, he chooses to. Wise, he gets a good line. Is he going to get a switchback exit? Yeah, look at the grip difference there. He has to send it down inside the Bruxelles here. And he does. RB going very wide, giving him all the space. HL not giving him so much space, squeezing him on the exit. But yeah, good hard racing and another move for the Williams driver there.
And we see a snap from Eitzel. He almost could have lost it there. There was clean wheel-to-wheel racing from both of them. They gave each other respect.
Some good, really good racing here for in Tier 2. We've seen.
Yes, indeed. Let's have a look at the time penalties, because 6 to 9, all of these drivers have time penalties. Of course, that means Paras is technically behind Eitzel at the moment, and even behind.
Ooh, as they're going side by side through Blanchimon, and Faizan gets a very good move done around the outside of Garlic. How many times have I called him something else now? I've called him Bun and Garlic. Only
it's
Butters
another
left
Neil
now.
Nitin Mukesh situation.
Yeah. As BK is again, I think RB went with the wrong strat of going to the softs. He's really paying the price, dropping further and further back, really hampering his championship lead as he dives into the pits, and he's going to be coming out in last place on those tires now.
Yep, as SS just cements his place, I think it's fair to say that unless something miraculous happens, he'll be walking away.
We go on with the tires again, Deepak? Yeah, perfect. So Faizan again has to defend from not only one but two cars now, as Tani almost was looking for a move out. Did he get the move done on Tani?
It's actually Faizan who was on the attack there, sending it on the outside and getting the position.
My bad. Yep, that's a good move indeed then. Yep, Faizan is also in charge. But he has to make a pit stop here. Or he's made one because of damage, but
I think he has.
Surely those mediums aren't going till the end, as I think HL picked up another time penalty, and so did BK now. Yeah. Garlic is all over the back of Tani. Tani having to defend a lot in this entire race. We've seen him cars crawling all over his rear diffuser as Garlic touches the rear diffuser of Tani.
Just
there.
a small love tap, but it does lose him out a couple of tenths.
Yep. Deploying his DRS, is he going to send a dive here? No, I think he's going to hang back again and wait for a DRS overtake into Camel Straight. Or no, he's deploying all his DRS right now. Could we see a dive bomb incoming? Not quite, but Tani goes defensive, parks his car beautifully in the middle. But okay, he's gone into the pits, but yeah. As Garlic gets a huge snap of oversteer there.
Yeah, I think that's again the distraction of another driver doing something unexpected. Out, I suppose.
Yep.
You just see the car ahead going into the pits and you're like, okay, what should I do now?
Getting very close to Paras there, and Paras goes wide on exit. He's going to hang back, and yeah, it's going to be an easy DRS pass into the Camel Straight.
I think this is the third or fourth move on Camel Straight that Eitzel is going to move. He sets them up and just plates them right on.
Paras going very wide over there. Just lets him through, rather.
I think he had a moment on top of the Euro, but it's quite rare to have those in these cars. It's
for a second I thought it was some kind of just big brain play for the DRS.
Depends on the setup, actually. If it's too aggressive, it's you can lose your rear end. As Paras gets another time penalty going off track there at Lacombe, but further up ahead, the gaps have sort of stagnated and have opened up quite a bit. So Paras is the only one within DRS of any car of the car in front of him right now, and a bit of a quiet moment in this race, and I think we deserve one because it's been action all around.
Yep, jam-packed of incidents and moves everyone making on each other. We did have Shawshank retiring from the session. Of course, he had a very eventful race, not the kind of events you would have expected or wanted, of course. As we see Unleashed getting quite close to Garlic. Was he this close, or has he just made a lot of time right now?
He's made up a lot of time because he's on the fresher tires, and Garlic has yet to make a pit stop, I think. Oh wait, no, he's made one, but again,
that was
mediums are not
because
allowed.
of damage, I suppose.
As Faizan makes his pit stop on for a set of fresh soft tires, and he's going to be one to watch out. All the new soft runners are going to be one to watch out for because they will be rapid at this stage of the race.
So we've got Tani, Adi Ferralo and BK19 on fresh soft tires, so they're going to be flying.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for each of them that they are just right next to each other, because now they're fighting each other rather than the slow people.
Yep, and Faizan goes on to set of softs. And yeah, like you said, they are gonna fight and tumble over each other, which I really pray that RB Ferrello is going to be praying that's not going to happen. But as you see, Unleash is sizing up on Garlic Butter and it just goes just like that.
Yep, good clean move by the McLaren there, and yeah, it seems so far McLaren do have the upper hand on Williams in this race, even after a lot of turn of events after Unleashed had that spin on Eau Rouge as well.
Yep.
Garlic did try to have a quick peek down on the outside looking for a cut back line, but there was none to be found. It was a clean move from Unleashed with, well, much fresher tires than Garlic.
Yeah, look at those tires. It was absolutely tattered. Though he will be coming in for a set of fresh soft tires soon, so...
Yeah, it could be... would Unleashed be pitting again? I suppose not. No, I think...
back, Paras finds himself within DRS of Eitzel. So Eitzel hasn't been able to break free of DRS of Paras. So this looks like a battle which is going to on-go for a couple of laps, maybe till the end of the race. So stick around.
Yep. So since things have got quite a bit, let's take a look at a car that we haven't really seen in quite a long time. What a job this man is doing.
Yeah. He's suffering from success, no coverage on the stream, just because he's so far ahead.
Yep. This man is just from another league. I'm pretty sure he should be in Tier 1. The coordinators have definitely made a big mistake.
I think it's ABS, which is the only factor affecting his promotion. Though I've heard he has turned it off in a few races, but he suffered on race pace because of how often you can lock up, especially using a controller. It's so hard for a non-ABS users on controller.
True. We also have Abhi, who started second on the grid, but due to some unfortunate incidents on the first lap, he had to tumble down the order. Now he's running P13, trying to salvage what he can.
Yep. And RB hoping to make a charge, but I think he's just the pack of soft runners are a bit too far back to really make a dent on those medium runners right now. So I don't think much is gonna happen around here.
Yep.
Yeah,
One
so
thing
looking
that
at the
these guys
current-
should be praying for is a safety car.
Yep, I was just going to bring that up. Safety car right now can really throw in a spanner in the
great
works
equalizer.
Yep.
Yep.
Looking at the current
I think
standings.
Dan is praying for not to happen.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's worked hard for his lead, kept it clean. Or we don't know he kept it clean because he was just so far ahead. We didn't catch
Have you ever
any
seen a
clips.
gap of more than 15 seconds in any tier between P1 and 2? I don't think so. I have to
think
go through the
we
history
have.
books and see.
I think we have, but I don't think it's under normal circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is
There's been
purely
no
on
safety
pace.
car. It's purely on pace, yeah.
I mean, a 17-lap-old race and with a gap of 15 seconds. That is insane.
If you could just go on board Race Direct and just compare the lap times of Dan with Heisenberg and see where the difference is, how much the difference is on race pace. So he's done let's say lap 14, he's done a 40, or lap 13, he's done a 46.3. If you go on board Heisenberg and see his lap 13, a 47.0. So that's 7/10 there in race pace right there. So Dan is just consistently
flying.
fast. Yeah, he's flying. Yep.
This will, of course, grant him 25 points, and Montero right ahead of him in P2 in the championship will only net 15.
30 points rather, because I think we have a new point system
Oh, we
for season 8. Yeah. So P1 gets 30 and P2 gets 25.
Oh, all right.
And drivers till the top 15 get points. So everyone who's finishing now are going to get points. It still picks up another penalty. I think that's down to 9 seconds now for the Williams driver.
Someone has bent it.
Oh yeah, who's that? Well, momentarily bent it, no?
That was Paras.
Oh no, he's still within. He was behind Eitzel. Yeah, now he finds himself behind Faizan.
Yep, that was Paras. Definitely, I think he pinned it in the NTF Pohon.
Yeah, good catch.
Well, he didn't catch it. The car.
How is Zinc looking? Did you see the telemetry?
It's all fine. All green, yeah.
Then
No
he did
damage.
caught it. That's great.
No, he did catch it. Well, he did lose a lot of time.
Yeah. But at least that's better than going into making another unscheduled pit stop, right?
Yes,
True,
absolutely.
that is true. RB, who must be frustrated, stuck down in P10 when he's fighting for his championship victory.
I mean, even
One
right
thing
now.
to note.
Yeah,
Yep.
go ahead.
No, Deepak, you finished.
Yeah, like I said, even right now, I don't think RB Ferrello has to do quite a lot more. He's still in with a proper chance. He doesn't need to lose his head or anything. He still gets some points. So
Yeah, you're right,
yeah.
because it's not the people fighting him in P2 who are winning. It's P4 who's winning the current race. So yeah, SSG cannot challenge him for the championship.
So what I was saying is, well, now it's going up, but yeah, I was just saying, Montero was just slowly eking away at Heisenberg, catching him up. He was 2.5 a couple of laps ago. Now he's 1.9. So that could be a battle to look out towards the end of the race. He's got one lap fresher tires as well. And considering how long the lap is around Spa, it could mean a lot. But yeah, now he's dropped back to 2 seconds. So not quite
That
on
might
the
just be
charge
the-
as
Ooh.
Abhi loses the car on the start-finish straight there.
Yeah.
Hopefully this car turned around quick enough. Otherwise the game will disqualify. Oh, he's retired.
Tired on track.
On track. Ooh, that's...
It's not gonna sit
Yeah.
well.
Yep, with the stewards especially. Yep.
I think he just lost it out of bus stop chicane and tires are
Is
too
that a
hot.
safety car
pushed
though?
it again. Nope.
Still a yellow flag. Still a yellow flag, and yeah, no,
It's
not a safety car.
It's
So,
not a safety car.
so Dan will breathe a sigh of relief there
Yep.
now, and yeah, gaps have all stagnated again, slowly increasing, and no one is within DRS of each other. So
Yeah,
bit of a
Montero doesn't
precision.
seem to be catching Heisenberg either.
yeah. So now that we have a bit of time to cool down, what are your guys' thoughts in this race?
Oh well, I'm thoroughly entertained
Yeah.
because we didn't just see incidents and overtakes. We saw some very clean runs. Everyone going side to side with each other, wheel to wheel, but coming out of it clean and just exchanging positions, keeping it on for multiple laps. You know, so that's always beautiful to see.
I mean, Tier 2 is known to be one of the cleanest tiers. Like, they often, like, some people, they complain that Tier 2 is kind of boring because it doesn't have enough masala, doesn't have enough drama going on. But I'd say
today it was
it's still
different.
really good racing,
Yeah.
like clean racing action. We didn't see some mistakes happening, but it was not like someone going together and just crashing.
Yeah,
someone out of
exactly.
nowhere.
None of the incidents happened when there were two drivers side by side, which is sort of bizarre actually.
Like, only one
Yeah.
incident I could remember on the top of my head, that was between Paras and I think it was Heisenberg, it was a McLaren.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that I could think of. I mean, and that lap was pretty eventful, let me tell you, because Abi was weaving quite a lot. He lost it, and then Paras went straight. He lost it as well. I mean, that was quite an eventful lap, to be honest. We're definitely gonna have to go back and watch that again. There's quite a lot going on.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Meanwhile, all this, I think Montero slowly eked back again, but I think
Might be too
1.7
late, too
seconds
little.
in 2 laps. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a bit too much.
I mean, it is not completely impossible. It just needs some cooperation from both the guys to happen. So,
Or rather 3 laps, right? Considering this.
Yeah,
20
they've just
or
started
20,
the
yeah.
20th. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
So it's all up to how much time you can make up in these 2 and a bit laps here. Well, he is eking away. It's dropped to 1.4 now. So could we just go on board and see how much he's pushing the car? Because I think he's the only one who's making a dent on the driver in front of him.
yep.
He can see his target. He's set his eyes firmly on him.
Heisenberg is kind of low on battery.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Could we go on board Montero and say, oh, 70%.
A lot of battery.
Beautifully managed, yeah. Lot more battery.
But he's got to make use of that right now because it's the dying stages of the race and it's gonna
And
make
he's
or
not.
break.
I don't think he has any idea if Heisenberg's low or not, so maybe he thinks he's conserving it, but he needs to be using up the battery to make a bit more of a dent because he will be needing that gap to go down below 1 second as Heisenberg's using his battery. Could we go on board Montero and see how much? Yeah, he's using his as well.
He just needs to close like 2/10 to get into the DRS, and then after that he does get that little assist to close the gap. So let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, so he will not get it this time, and the next time around would be the last chance
He's
that he
actually
can
into the
get it.
DRS range.
No, he's on lap 20 right now, so he still has 2 more laps to go. Now he's going to start his 21st lap. And now he's also almost within DRS range. So he's got time.
marginally outside. Now he's within DRS, but
Where's
again, that's a slow corner.
Is the activation still further ahead? So he's going to have DRS in
The
this lap.
detection point is here, so yes, he's gonna have DRS. You're right.
But he's a fair bit too far back to make a move unless he does an absolute battery dump. Which if I were him, I would not. I would just use a little bit. Heisenberg's going very defensive already.
I would definitely not dump the battery right now because we've got another lap. Heisenberg could do the same to a Uno card on you.
Is Heisenberg flashing? Yeah, he is flashing.
Yep.
He's out of DRS. Or below 5% rather. And surely Montero is going to see that and start using his DRS now.
Okay, so Paras has gone into the pits. I don't know what happened with him, but he's gone into the softs. Probably just an attempt to steal a fastest lap. Yep.
Yeah.
Up ahead, the battle for the final podium step. It's kind of heating up the P2 and P2 and P3.
Not the final, the second podium step.
I mean, anyway, whoever's gonna end up,
Yeah,
other
fair
instead is
enough.
gonna be on the final side. So
True. 2 DRS zones left to make use of. A lot of ERS left to make use of. Let's see how
Not a
much
lot for the McLaren driver though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. 7/10 the gap. Montero still conserving his ERS. Yeah, he's going to absolutely dump the battery onto the camel straight, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Heisenberg is going to do.
and we also think we could see another move from Maitzel as well. He's right on the fringes of the DRS for Unleashed.
So this is just in for RB to win the WDC. He has to finish in the top 7 if Montero does get P2, and right now he's P9. So yeah, Montero's it's all to play for. I don't think he knows right now. Heisenberg gets a bit of oversteer on the exit, and that's going to give Montero all the more impetus to just drain his battery and get the move done.
Not
He's
yet,
already within
not
3
yet.
tenths. Yep.
I think right now he's going to start dumping his battery and just power his
Fully
way through.
dumping it around the outside way before the braking zone, and he's got the move done. Beautifully managed. Yeah.
That was really good management from him because we did see that the gap was widening, but we didn't really look into the aspect that Montero was conserving his battery and Heisenberg was just dumping it to get ahead.
Yep.
True. He was lining up this move since the last few laps, and well, it's all culminated into a victory for him. A victory over the guy in front, of course. The real victory goes to someone else, an alien.
Who's just chilling. He's already making his way through Stavler 2 up to Blanchimont. Almost about a lap a car. That's insane in a 50% race. Not a lot of drivers can do that. And
Montero
it's going to
just
go.
needs to keep it cool right now, does not need to make any mistakes. I don't think Heisenberg could launch an attack with his battery levels. Montero has the battery to defend. He just needs to get a proper line through.
Ooh,
and
goes
he has
very
to-
wide. Montero almost. Okay, no, that maybe it looked wide from here,
Yeah.
but yeah.
He has not lost
I
any
was
time.
scared for him there.
Right
but
behind
yeah,
Maitzel is also on a charge.
Yeah, but he's got 9 seconds of penalties versus 6 seconds. Yeah, so maybe all for on track, and he's out of ERS as well. So
Both of them are in the same situation right there. So, yeah.
as Dan Kaur crosses the line, he wins the race. Utterly dominant drive, 20 odd seconds clear of P2. That's one of the most dominant drives I've ever seen in IRC, and yeah, really a statement for all the coordinators to have a look. Indirect message
what I
telling
can
him, don't put me in tier 2, put me amongst the top boys in tier 1. And
As we see Tanny coming across the line, finishes P7. We'll of course see the real order after all the penalties have been applied. But the top 3 I think is quite clear. I don't think any of them has any penalties. So it's SSJ winning fair and square, then Montero coming in P2, Heisenberg P3. The other McLaren of Unleashed in P4. As we see Paris coming in for P10.
And gets the fastest lap.
Yeah, that's added bonus there. We'll have a look at the final order right after we have it. Tanny gets the driver of the day.
Yep. He had a good drive, a lot of defending he had to do throughout the race though. if I were to give a driver today, it would be this guy who's going absolutely berserk on the podium, pulling out some good dance moves there, Zan. But yeah, an absolute champion's drive. Who finds himself not in contention for the WDC, but yeah, he's still produced an really dominant drive. But yeah, another one for driver of the day could be Montero, who beautifully managed his ERS. And well, he's joining Dan up on the top step. He wants to win. It's a win in his eyes. So yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, overall a very good race. I really enjoyed that. There was some off moments in the middle when things did cool down, but I think that was required for all the action that happened in the first half. So yeah, a really good race overall. And I think we should move on to the podium interviews, and I'll just wait and drag people who can join us here.
Of course, as we wait for the people to, all the podium finishers to come in, let's see what they have to say about this race. It was quite exciting from our point of view, of course.
Yeah, we're just waiting on one more. P2 was Anish. He's still not in here. So I think we might as well just start. Start off with P3, Heisenberg. Brilliant drive from you, mate. Sadly, you did lose that P2 at the end to Montero, who had a lot more ERS than you at the end there. But yeah, you had a hiatus from league racing. I think you weren't there for the last race, and still a good drive. And yeah, talk us through it. How was it?
I mean, initially during the formation lap, I was disqualified, so I had a terrible start with cold tires. Dropped down to almost speed 10 into turn 1. So yeah, from there it's a decent drive. And then in the first stint, I tried to undercut Montero, and then I was able to do it successfully. So I guess in the end, that's what come back to bite me. That one lap of pressure tires, like he saved it, and he was able to overtake me in the final lap.
Yep, very good drive from you there, and a bit unlucky at the end. If it was just one lap shorter, maybe you would have got P2. But yeah, it's racing, and that's what it is. And yeah, congrats on the podium. Good stuff.
We do have Anish with us, of course. Anish, that last lap move, mate, that was brilliant. How do you feel about it? Anish, can you hear us? Okay, I think there might be a bit of a technical issue on Anish's side. So let's continue with Dan. So Deepak, would you like to take it?
Yep. Hello, Dan. Long time no see.
Hey Deepak, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. I'm pretty sure it's going really well for you as well. An amazing dominating performance out there. We didn't really focus much on your car, so we didn't know what was going on. So why don't you just talk us through the race?
Yeah, I mean, quali was good. I was hoping to set a better lap. Although I'd be boasting if I said that. But yeah, I was, and race was, yeah, it was mostly a snooze fest. Apart from that one VSC we had in lap 4. Yeah, it was pretty routine for me.
You know you've had a good race when you don't have any incidents to describe because everything's happening behind you.
Yeah, exactly. It was like nothing. There was nothing happening for me at all. Like I was just casually coasting. Yeah, I mean, it partly, it partly because I am a Spa merchant. It's my favorite track after all. I've mentioned it way too many times in our last few streams as well. So probably, yeah, definitely one of the reasons why I put in a,
well, it's certainly a good track to be a merchant of, that's for sure.
Yeah,
certainly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, great drive, man. Great drive.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we do have Anish back with us. Anish, can you hear us this time?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, great. So, man, that was brilliant watching you make that move on Heisenberg on the last lap. You were lining it up from the last couple of laps, I feel. How do you think that worked for you?
Yes, I had, I guess, 2 lap fresher tires, and I saw that I was already on 60. So I knew that Heisenberg would be almost 65, 68. They saved a lot of ERS, and I guess Heisenberg tried to use too much ERS to break the DRS, but I did still use, I had a lot of ERS, and I got the DRS, and it was a good move. I didn't know that I would get it, but yes, it was on the last lap. It was a pretty good, satisfying move on the last lap. But good job to both of them. I guess Dan was on a different level today. A pole 7/10 off. The pole was 7/10 off, and again the race he was easily a second faster than any of us. But Heisenberg and Unleash, both of them were pushing me in the first stint, and I was ahead of them. And I guess Heisenberg undercutted, but then in the end I had a bit fresh tires and I was able to make the move. But I love the race really. I don't know. I guess I did have 2 incidents. I just need to go and check the replay what happened exactly. One was with Abhi on Camel State. We did have a contact. I need to see what exactly happened. I did leave a lot of room, but I don't know what happened.
Was that
there.
the one where I think both of you went straight, neither of you could turn in, you kind of blocked each other? Was that the move?
No, I need to see. I did leave a lot of room, but I need to check the replays and see what exactly happened there.
Of course.
From my view, and I don't know what happened in the first corner too, because 8-cylinder was behind me, and I guess both Paras and 8-cylinder lost out. So I need to see if anything to do with me there. But yes, I just need to see the replays and see what exactly happened. There were
but for now, you just need to enjoy your podium. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
and
another
thing, congrats on the P2 again. Another thing is that you're back in the championship contention. So a good performance from your next race, and you might as well just take it. So yeah,
really thinking about that. Today was actually damage limitation, but I still feel SSJ was Dan was nowhere close to me beating. I've actually been unwell this entire week. I've not got tested yet, but yeah, I've been very bad this entire week. So I couldn't really push much. But for sure, Dan was completely. Even if I was 100% fit, Dan was like way ahead to get the win. So yeah.
Yep.
Not thinking about the championship, just thinking about good racing and enjoying myself.
Yep,
that's a really good way of tackling things, just taking it one at a time, not looking at the big picture. Anyway, congratulations on the podium, and that was a really good performance, and everyone as well. So yeah, you guys got any more to go on?
Yep, I think that's it for the podium finishers. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a great race as well. Good stuff all around. And yep, I think we've had a banger of a race tonight. Tier-2 doesn't always have this amazing racing, but today it really did surprise us, and a banger of a race. And we do go live again for a fantastic Tier-3 finale as well coming up. The championships looking hot as ever in that as well, with just 3 points separating the top 2. And then we also have Tier-1 streamed at 8:30 or 9 rather tomorrow night as well. So yeah, do tune in for those as well. And this is the IRC signing out. Goodbye.